There are plans to close a major intersection for construction work, leaving businesses in the area with full of frustration. The intersection we're talking about is the intersection at Richmond Road and Woodroffe. This would be the second time that it could potentially close. Here with more details, we have Councillor Teresa Kavanagh. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, I understand this must be very frustrating to hear of this intersection being closed again. Kind of give us the details in terms of the history, because it was just closed recently for a very long period of time.
Yeah, first of all, it should be straightened out that it's not LRT work. This is a separate contract that is being done by KEV, which is the same consortium that was building the LRT. They're doing all the reconstruction of the infrastructure under the ground, mostly water mains. And that was the deep down work that was done earlier. And they covered it up as a temporary measure. On December 18th, everyone was thrilled, got their road back. And we knew that they had to go back to do utilities. What we didn't know was how much work had to be done. It turned out to be far more complex, and it's incredibly important. But it was very bad news to not just the businesses, but the residents that live immediately behind there, because they're locked in. They can't use Woodroffe to go south. So that's really problematic.
And so what are you hearing from businesses and residents within this area?
They're feeling angry and frustrated.
Yeah.
They didn't expect it, and neither did I. I didn't expect a big closure. We were told intermittent and short. But when they got down there, it looked like, I'm thinking of a tartan, with lines going back and forth. I was shown some of the drawings. Each one of those is important, and they're a lifeline. You're talking about hydro and gas lines. You're talking about the infrastructure for the traffic signals, everything. But even Bell and other things. But it was not, it was subpar is what they described, some of it. And that meant it had to be replaced. It was far more complex. And each time they're doing something along there, they have to bring in that particular expert of the hydro or the gas line and coordinate it, and they can't be touching each other. So it's far more complex than originally was communicated. That's the best way to say it. And that is really frustrating. And we're saying, and I've got the mayor with me on this, move on fast as you can. This is hurting everyone. It's hurting the businesses, it's hurting the community. So we want this done as quickly as possible. We get that it's important. So, we're put in the long hours, take this as a priority.
Do you think it could have been handled in a better way, or there could have been a better solution to, tackle this second construction project? I
think just the communication is important. And I won't criticize them not knowing, but I guess people feel angry when, what do you mean you didn't know how complicated it was? What do you mean you didn't know how long it was going to take? That leaves people feeling like you don't know what you're doing, what's wrong. And I'm aware that it is complex, but we know it has to be done. It's not like, forget about it, we want our road back. That's not on. We have to get this work done. It's actually, it's about their hydro, it's about their gas lines. It's really important work. But, and the best thing to do was to close it, to get it all done. But we want to see them working very, very hard on this. Get it over with as quickly as possible. Have
they given you any timelines in terms of how long it will be closed or how fast they can get this done?
They said fall. That's a broad term. And we want them to put in those hours, put in the personnel you need, just get it done. But I was briefed on, how they have to bring in different ones and they have to coordinate it. It's a bit of a concert where one is, one utility has to be informed and not be close to the other one. It's quite complex. I get that. But in the meantime, we've got businesses that are just hanging by a thread that really need those connections for people to come in and use their businesses. And I hope people will continue to support them. I'm asking people to continue to support them. They need you, so please be there.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.